Hey, I came across Scott and he's going to share warrior training with us today, which I think very unique, very back to the roots of asana.
All right, let's have fun. Get to it. So the warrior training technique is to hold the posture still. But we're going to start today with a warming up exercise. This is movement-based, kinetic, to get the body warmed up. Start to sweat a little bit. All right, salute to the sun. We'll do several sets. Here we go. First set. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the floor, straight arms, straight legs, forehead to your knees. Bend your knees, squat, round spine, forehead to knees, throat choke. Step your right leg back, top of your back toes. Keep your head down, forehead on your knee. Lift your head, look into the forward. All right, you can stay on your hands, palms. I'm going to go on my fists today because of a wrist issue, but you could stay on the palms if you want. Step your left leg back into high plank. Lower your body down into low plank. Graze the floor. Push straight back up into high plank. Right leg step forward. Keep your head up. Look straight ahead. Head down. Forehead to your knee. Throat choke. Left leg step forward. Feet together. Squat. Round spine. Forehead to knees. Throat choke. Come back up to forward fold. Straight arms, straight legs. Forehead to knees. Inhale. Come back up. Palms together. Namaskar. Exhale back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, palms together and arms down side. All right, so that's one round. We're going to do several more. Here we go. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the floor, straight arms, straight legs, forehead to knees. Bend your knee, squat, round spine, forehead to knees. Look at your stomach, choke your throat. Left leg step back, top of your back toes. Keep your head down, forehead to knee. Lift your head, look forward. Right leg step back, high plank. Lower down into low plank. Graze the floor. Push back up, high plank. Left leg forward, head up. Look straight ahead. Head down, forehead to knee, throat choke. Look at your stomach. Right leg step forward. Feet together, squat, round spine, forehead to knees, throat choke. Come back up, forward fold. Straight arms, straight legs, forehead to knees. Inhale, come back up. Palms together, namaskar. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, palms together, arms down side. All right, so that's 2 rounds. We'll do it again. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold. Straight arms, straight legs, forehead to knees. Throat choke. Bend your knee, squat, round spine, forehead to knees, throat choke. Right leg step back, top of your back toes. Keep your head down, forehead on your knee. Lift your head, look forward. Left leg step back, high plank. Lower your body down into low plank. Graze the floor. Push straight up. High plank. Right leg step forward. Keep your head up. Look straight ahead. Head down. Forehead to knee. Left leg forward. Feet together. Squat. Round spine. Forehead to knees. Come back up. Forward fold. Straight arms, straight legs. Forehead to knees. Throat choke. Inhale. Come back up. Palms together. Namaskar. Exhale. Back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, palms together and arm down side. All right, last one. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold. Straight arms, straight legs, forehead to knees, throat choke. Bend your knee, squat, round spine, forehead to knees, throat choke. Left leg step back, top of your back toes, head down, forehead to knee. Lift your head up, look straight ahead. Right leg step back, high plank. Lower down, low plank. Push up, high plank. Left leg forward, head up, look straight ahead. Head down, chin to chest, throat choke, forehead to knee. Right leg forward, feet together, squat, round spine, forehead to knees. Come back up, forward fold, straight arms, straight legs, forehead to knees. Inhale, come back up, palms together, namaskar. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, palms together, and arms down side. All right, so that's salute to the sun to get the body warmed up. So the rest of the technique for the rest of the warrior class is posture holding still while maintaining normal breathing. All right, so we're going to do a little series here called Warrior Lunge. We're going to target the legs, the hips, and the glutes, the butt. But keep your left leg forward, step your right leg back, and we're going to begin Warrior Lunge in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Bring your hands up off the floor. Now stay down nice and low. This is called Warrior Lunge. Create a 90-degree angle at the front thigh, front knee. Front thigh, femur bone parallel to the floor. It's okay to be a little bit higher than 90 degrees, but over time, try to sit down just a little bit deeper eventually to that 90-degree position front leg. Now lock your back right leg. Contract your right quadricep muscle, lift your right kneecap up, hold your right kneecap up, squeeze your right glute muscle. Now we're over halfway. We're going to hold the postures for 60 seconds. We're looking for 3 parts. We have the shape of the postures, part 1. The configuration of the body. Holding the posture still is part 2. And normal breathing is part 3. Normal breathing means in through the nose, out through the nose. We're down to the last 3, 2, 1. Change. Gently bring your back knee onto the floor. Hands onto the floor in front of you. Bring your front foot a little bit towards the side. Come down into low lunge. The different name is lizard pose. At the beginning, you could keep the arms straight. If you want to come down a little bit deeper into the hip, elbows down onto the floor, and relax into the pose. So this is yin style. We're going to play with 2 energies today. We have yang style energy and yin style energy. So the warrior lunge we just completed is yang style, teaching the muscles how to contract and hold. And now we're in yin style, teaching the muscles how to relax and let go. So let gravity take over. Let your hips sink down towards the floor. Feel your hip, left side glute, and try to relax a few more fibers of the left side glute. And we're down to the last 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly come back up, hands on the floor. Bring your front foot closer to the center. We're going to reset. This is number 2. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. So set number 2. Warrior Lunge. All right, you can continue to hold the arms above your head. We have several positions for the hands and the arms. Grab elbows like Tarina. Lift your chest, bring the arms, elbows up, arms, elbows back. Alternative, interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your palms together. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Another alternative for the arms. Bring the arms parallel to the floor in front of you. Now these arm positions, does not matter which arm position you choose. The most important is that the legs stay strong and sturdy. We're trying to target the legs, the hips, and the butt. And we're down to the last 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly come back down. Back knee on the floor. Hands to the floor. Front foot a little bit towards the side. Second set into the low lunge. Come down and relax, relax, relax. So this is a sequence, it's a series. We're doing several sets. each consecutive set getting a little bit more challenging. We're trying to bring the muscles close to failure. So this is a strength training class, but we're not strengthening the body with any weights, no machines, no ropes, and no pulleys. Today we're using our body, our mind, the shaping configurations we can make, the postures, the technique of holding still, and the natural force of gravity. All right, we're down to the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Here we go. Reset for number 3. This is the last one in this series. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. So this is supposed to be the most challenging set, third set. Same cues. Front thigh parallel to the floor, femur bone parallel, 90 degree at the front knee. Lock your back leg, squeeze the right glute muscle. Lift the back right kneecap up, hold the back right kneecap up. Now as a bonus, you could try a backward bend. Right, don't be scared, don't be shy. If you're a beginner, just start with the head. Drop your head back for a few breaths. Hold the posture still. If you can hold the posture still with your head back, add the arms second. Head back first, arms back second. Reach for the wall behind you. And just like that, we're down to the last few seconds. So make up your mind at the end. Don't give up. Last 10. Lock your back leg. Squeeze the right glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Back knee on the floor. Hands to the floor. Front foot a little bit to the side. Here we go. Last low lunge. Relax, relax, relax. Now we've been building the pressure in the front hip. It's been building. We're coming towards 6 minutes. We're over 5 minutes, coming towards 6 minutes, keeping this front leg bent. This is part of the design. Right? Resisting the urge to straighten up the leg. So maximum burn towards the end, maximum pressure building up. We're going to straighten up the leg in a few seconds, and we're going to release that pressure buildup. So feel the hip, feel the glute. Don't run away from the sensations. Go into the sensations. Use your breath. Bring the breath in on the inhale. On the exhale, relax through the left side, hip and glute. And we're down to the last 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly come back up. Hands on the floor. Front foot closer to the center. Push down through your hands, step your left leg back, release the pressure, and then walk it out a little bit. You could do downward dog. Hold downward dog for a few seconds. You could walk your feet out, get a little bit of movement through the legs, hips and butt. You could lift one leg into the air. If you practice different styles, you can bring your favorite transition moves in. Lift the other leg up into the air. This is just a transition. Then when you're ready, turn around, relax on your back. We're going to do just a quick 1 minute Savasana. Just to let the body rest and relax. Reach arch. So take advantage of the stillness. It's short. It's only 60 seconds today. And we're going to get right back into it. We got the other side. So feel the difference. We've done one side. Feel the difference between the left side of your body and the right side of your body. So we're taking the posture and we're isolating different muscles, different body parts. All right, a few more breaths. Relax your face, relax your jaw. You could rock your sacrum on the floor just a few times, just to release some pressure from the back and the spine, then relax. All right, bend both knees towards your chest. You could hug the knees towards the chest. Roll your body to the right side of your mat and towel. Push yourself back up. Let's meet facing the front, Japanese style. And now we need to reset, get the other side. So left leg stays back. Right leg comes forward, and let's begin. In 3, 2, 1, and we're off. All right, front thigh parallel to the floor. Eventually, front leg 90-degree angle. Back leg straight. Contract your left quadricep muscle. Lift your left kneecap up. Hold your left kneecap up and squeeze your left glute. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Again, remember you have all these different arm positions to choose. Arms over your head. Arms parallel to the floor. You could go arms out towards the sides. Stretch your hands away from each other. Shoulders stretch away from each other. And we're over halfway. Keep the front knee over top of the front heel. Don't let the front knee fall towards the right or towards the left. Keep your 2 hips parallel to the wall in front of you, 2 shoulders parallel to the wall in front of you. Spine exactly straight from the front. And we're down to the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Gently back knee onto the floor. Hands towards the floor. Front foot a little bit to the side. Come down into the low lunge. And relax into the hip. You should not feel this very much in the front knee. No pain in the front knee. You want to feel most of the stretching happening in the front side hip. And relax, relax, relax. Feel the front side hip. Feel your front side glute. Feel the front side hamstring under the right leg, behind the back right front knee. And try to relax a little bit more. Use your breath. Bring the breath in on the inhale. On the exhale, relax and let go. Down to the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Hands back on the floor. Front foot a little bit closer to the center. Let's reset. Set number 2. And we'll begin in 3, 2, 1. And we're off. Lock your back leg. Contract your left quadricep muscle. Lift your left kneecap up. Hold your left kneecap up. And play with the back heel. 2 positions for the back heel. Position number 1, push the back heel towards the floor, but stay on the back toes. Position number 2, take the back heel, push the back heel forward in front of your toes. It's a small change. Small but subtle change. And we have several sets. So you could do 1 set with the heel towards the floor. You could do 1 set with the heel forward in front of the back toes. All right, lock your back leg, squeeze the left glute. We're coming towards the end, the last 10. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Back knee on the floor, hands to the floor, front foot to the side. Come down into the low lunge and relax. So we've got a dance going here between the strength and the flexibility, between the yang and the yin. The pressure is supposed to build. The pressure in the leg, the pressure in the hip, the pressure in the butt. Burning is normal, throbbing is normal. Using the body and the postures as tools to develop the mind. Mental determination, concentration power, self-confidence, patience, self-control. So feel the sensations happening in the hip and the leg. We're down to the last few seconds. Try to relax a few more fibers of the right side glute. Look around the glute. Feel the glute. Relax, relax, relax. Change. Slowly make your way up. Hands on the floor. Front foot a little bit closer towards the center. Here we go. This is the 3rd set. It's the last one. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Last set. Lock your back leg, squeeze the left glute. Backside left glute. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Keep the mind in the butt. All right, here we go. If you want to add that backward bend, go ahead and add that backward bend. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Give it a go. Drop your head back first. Follow with the arm second. Just like that. Down to the last 10. Hey, here we go. Don't give up. Last 5, 4, squeeze the left glute. 3, 2, 1. Change. Back knee on the floor. Hands to the floor. Front foot to the side. Come down. Last low lunge. Relax, relax, relax. All right, relax your jaw muscles. If you have any tension, check your face, relax your jaw, relax the point between your eyebrows. It's called resting, but not resting. Rest as much as you can in this pose. But you can feel the tension in the body. In the joints, in the muscles. We've been building that pressure again. This is a 6-minute exercise from start to finish. And we're down to the last 10 seconds. One more time, relax a few more tiny little fibers of the glute somewhere. Change, slowly come back up. Hands on the floor, front foot closer to the center. Push down through your hands. Step your right leg back. Release the pressure in the leg, hip, and butt. Go ahead, downward dog to stretch it out. You could walk through the toes, the hips, the feet, the legs, the butt. Lift one leg into the air. Lift a second leg up into the air. Whatever feels good. Just a little transition here. And then when you're ready, turn around, relax on your back. And just a quick little Savasana, recharge. Now we've done the both sides. So a little bit more balance in the body. Left side body, right side body. So this is a style of training. It's an alternative to the gym. So rather than go to the gym and choose a different machine to target different muscles and body parts, or go to the apparatus with the barbells and dumbbells, we're choosing yoga postures. So the low lunge and the warrior lunge combination, replacing the squat machines and the apparatuses with the leg lunges, squats. All right, I have a few more breaths here. We're going to get started again. We're going to continue with the legs, hips, and butt. And bend both knees towards your chest. Hug the knees in close to the body. Roll your body to the left side of your mat and towel. Push yourself up. Come back to the middle, Japanese style, facing forward. All right, so we're going to keep with the legs, hips, and butt. The whole first part of class, legs, hips, and butt. But we're going to change up the shape so that we can target the hips and butt and the legs in just a tiny little different fashion. So let's stand up, come to the top of your towel, and then let's straddle the mat. We're going to set up for a posture called goddess pose. So separate your feet about 4 feet distance apart. Keep your heels in a straight line on the floor and get the knees to track the same direction as your toes. We're going to call this goddess pose. Another name for the posture might be horse stance. All right, let's begin. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. All right, bring the arms up into the air. Position number 1, arms parallel to the floor. Stretch your hands forward in front of you. Lock your elbows, torso muscles nice and tight. Shoulders down away from your ears. All right, we're trying to target the legs, hips, and butt still. So keep the legs nice and strong. Sit down nice and low. Tuck your tailbone under a little bit. You want the spine straight from the front. If you could look at your body from the side, you want spine straight from the side. Don't let the body lean forward. Bring the upper body back. Chest up, spine straight. And we're coming towards the end. Position 2 for the arms. Arms up, over top of your head. Reach up toward the ceiling. And squeeze your glutes. Suck your stomach in. Contract your pelvic floor muscles. Lift your pelvic floor up. Hold your pelvic floor up. And we're down to the last 10. Hips forward, stomach in, squeeze your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Change. With your stomach in, slowly, gently come forward, hands on the floor. Heel toe your feet about hip width distance apart. And come sit down into squat. Now relax. Here we are, we're back into a yin style. Relax, relax, relax. So you can see the pattern starting to emerge. This is a different series. The first series was called the Warrior Lunge series, with the Warrior Lunge as the yang and the low lunge as the yin. Here we are in a different series called the Goddess series. Goddess is the yang and squat is the yin. Notice how we still have the knees bent to help build this pressure in the legs, the hips, and the butt. So again, this is part of the design, part of the pattern of the sequence. We're down to the last 10 seconds. Relax your pelvic floor. Relax hips, pelvis, completely relax as much as you can. All right, change. Hands on the floor. Now come up just a little bit. We want to keep as much bend in the knee as possible. Separate the feet back into that 4 feet distance apart. And let's begin in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Second set of Goddess pose. So suck your stomach in. 3 fingers above the belly button. Suck your stomach in, hold your stomach in. Lean your upper body back. Keep your chest up. Spine straight from the front, spine straight from the side. Shoulders down away from your ears. Press your chest forward. And contract your glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your glutes. All right, we're halfway there. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. You don't have to think very much about it. Just let the breath flow. As long as the breath comes in or the breath comes out, you don't have to think too much about it. Here we go. Last 5, 4, 3. Shaking is good. 2, 1. Change. Slowly come back down into the squat. Hands on the floor. Heel to your feet a little bit closer. If you want to make it more challenging, you can bring your feet into a 6-inch position. You could watch Dorina on the side. Bring feet into a 6-inch position. Feet parallel. Heels back behind the toes. If you want to make it even more challenging, you could go feet together. Toes and heels touch. No space in between the feet. And relax as much as you can. Again, here we are. We're resting, but we're not resting. Try to rest as much as you can. But you can feel the tension in the body. It's a different style of tension. It's not a deliberate tension caused by contraction of the muscle. Contracting and holding. You're trying to let go. And again, we're building here. We're having consecutive sets. 1 set, second set. We're going to do 1 more third set. We're going to level up and make it challenging. All right, here we go. Number 3, hands on the floor. Now come out just a little bit. Keep as much bend in the knee as you can as you separate the feet. We want that pressure to stay. And let's begin in 2, 1. We're off. Last 60 seconds. Sit down nice and low. Hips forward, stomach in. Squeeze your glutes, upper body lean back. If you want to level it up, make it a little bit more challenging. You can watch Dorina go up on top of your toes. Lift your heels up as high as you can. Top of the toes. Shaking is good. Keep sending the message from your brain to your body. Mind-body communication. Send the message from the brain to the body. We're following this Warrior technique. Posture, holding still, breathing always normal. Squeeze your glutes. Coming towards the end. Final 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently, hands on the floor. Heel to your feet again. Hip width distance apart, or 6 inches apart, or feet together. Or you have choices. Ooh. The wider your heels, the easier the squat. You want to be able to squat with your feet flat, heels on the floor. If you can't squat with your feet, heels on the floor, you can lift the heels up off the floor and get yourself a prop. And get yourself you could roll the back of your mat and towel up and then place your heels on the mat and towel for a little bit of a space. You get a couple of different thicknesses of books, slide underneath the heels. All right, here we go. This is maximum burn. We're going to straighten the legs soon. We're down to the last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly sit down onto your bum and then turn your feet to face the back of your mat. Lie down on your back. Quick Savasana. Legs straight. Let your feet fall open. Arms close to your body, palms face up. Head on straight. Relax, relax, relax. Again, so Goddess is like choosing a different machine at the gym. And we made a little series, a Goddess series, Goddess pose with squat pose. Now there's many different leg postures we could do. Lots of creativity, lots of options. Now I'm going to do just a few more postures with you. We're not going to do them 3 times. I just want to give you a little taste. We're going to do 1 set each. And you'll see the pattern. Each strength posture has its sister yin style resting pose. So here we go. Let's first do a bridge pose. Bring your feet flat onto the floor. Separate your feet into a 6-inch space. 6 inches between toes, 6 inches between heels. It's called bridge. Shift your hips down a little bit closer toward your heels to set up. Keep your arms downside, palms facing the ceiling. Now take a deep breath. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling as high as you can. Now hold your hips up. Remember, the warrior technique is to hold the posture still. No pulsing, no thrusting, no movement. 1 sustained hold. Look down the center line of your body, chin towards your chest. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. Contract your glute muscles. Try to create as much backward bend as possible for this set. Keep your 10 toes on the floor, but push down through your heels. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your butt. And we're over halfway. Keep your knees above your heels. Don't let the knees fall out to the sides. Don't let your knees fall inwards. Squeeze your butt. Lift your hips. We're down to the last 5 seconds. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hips up. 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly lower your hips. Very important. Keep the knees bent. Feet flat on the floor. Knees stay bent. This is a resting pose. Try to relax. Try to rest. But feel the pressure building in the legs, especially in the quadricep muscles, close up towards the knees. Resisting the urge to straighten the legs. This is a sequence. It's a little series. We're stringing a bunch of postures together and we'll straighten the legs at the end. The next one we're going to do is called bridge with feet together. So same position, but bring the feet together, toes and heels touching each other side by side. Now take a deep breath, squeeze your glutes, same time, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Hold it. You could keep the arms down parallel below, palms facing up, or you could bring the arms over your head, palms facing up. Doesn't matter which arm position you choose, but don't use the arms to help lift up. The arms are just for balance. Bring your attention into your legs, hips, and butt. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, hold it. Squeeze your knees towards each other. Your knees do not have to touch, but squeeze the knees towards each other. Squeeze your legs together. Shaking is good. Keep your 10 toes on the floor, but push down through your heels. Lift your hips, chin towards your chest, look down the center line of your body. Remember, no movement, no thrusting, no pulsing. Posture holding stillness. Breathing always normal. Squeeze, 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 lift your hips. Just like that, we're down to the last 5 seconds. Don't give up. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips. 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly lower your hips. Keep the feet flat on the floor. Keep the knees bent. It's called bridge rest.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 versions of the same posture. Bridge with feet 6 inches apart and bridge with feet together. All right. Let your knees drop out to the side of your body like butterfly wings. Bring the soles of your feet together. And we're going to call this posture butterfly. Please keep your bum and hips on the floor for this set. We're going to bring 100% of the mind into the glute muscles. We're going to use the glute muscles as a meditation tool. Just like you would concentrate on a mantra, a single sound, the sound of a gong, or a candle flame, we're going to bring our mind into the glutes and hold the mind in the glutes. Ready? Take a deep breath and squeeze. Contract your glute muscles as much as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold the contraction of the glutes. Keep your bum on the floor. Keep your hips on the floor. This is the practical application of the phrase, where attention goes, energy flows. Keep your mind in the glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can feel the energy moving through the glute muscles. Where the energy flows, the strength, the stamina, the endurance, and the muscles grow. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're looking for this mental activity. It's about the decision to contract and the decision to hold the contraction. Attention and intent. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Coming towards the end. Last 10. Maximum contraction towards the end. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your glutes, but keep the butterfly knees. Resist the urge to straighten the legs. We're going to do one more. One more posture, then we'll straighten the legs. And that's called butterfly. This last posture, we're going to combine the butterfly with the bridge. So a combination pose, butterfly bridge. Keep your knees out to the side like the butterfly wings. Soles of your feet stay together. Take a deep breath. Squeeze your glute muscles tight. Same time, lift your hips up towards the ceiling and hold it. Chin towards your chest. Look down the center line of your body. Remember, the arms are on the floor only for balance. Don't use the arms to help lift up. Use only your legs, hips, and butt. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift your hips. Let your knees fall a little bit down towards the floor. Same time, squeeze your butt. Lift your hips towards the ceiling. Remember, this is the last strengthening we're going to do for the legs. Using the natural force of gravity to create strength. Using our natural body weight. And we're halfway there. 30 seconds left. No weights, no machines, no ropes, no pulleys. You can feel it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Less than 10. 5. Squeeze your butt. Lift your hips. 3. Squeeze your butt. Lift your hips. 1. Squeeze your butt. Lift your hips. Change. Slowly lower down. Keep the butterfly knees for 30 more seconds. Just a few more seconds to let the pressure build. You could rock your sacrum on the floor just gently for 1, 2, 3 seconds, then relax, just to release some pressure from the back and the spine. So we've got that blood pressure building up. Now we're going to release the legs and let that pressure flow. High speed blood, rush through the body. Change, straighten your legs. Heels close, let your feet fall open to the side. Arms down side, palms face up, head straight, relax. Savasana. So that was just a third little series. We only did this each posture 1 minute, one time. But again, there's creativity, there's playfulness in the series, in the style of training. So you could start to develop your own little sequences. You could do 3 sets of bridge. You could do 3 sets of butterfly, 3 sets of butterfly bridge, or create any type of combination between the butterfly, the bridge. And bend both knees towards your chest. Hug your knees in close to the body and roll your body to the right side of your mat and towel. Put yourself back up. Let's meet back in the middle of the towel, middle of the mat, Japanese style, looking forward. Now we got a lot of stiffness, a lot of contraction, a lot of strength happening in the lower half of the body. So we're just going to take a couple minutes to just create some flexibility, make sure we maintain some good natural range of motion. Let's start again from the bottom to the top. Let's start with the feet. Tuck your 10 toes under. We'll call it toe squat. You can use your fingers to help tuck the 10 toes. And then sit as much body weight back on top of the toes as you can. So toe squat. Try to keep your heels above your toes in the mirror in front of you. If you can see your heels, keep the heels above the toes. Don't let the feet and the heels turn off onto a V. Keep them exactly parallel side by side. If the toes hurt, you can bring the body weight forward. Some body weight out of the toes. The more you bring the body weight back, the more the body weight shifts into the toes, the deeper the posture, the more you'll feel it. If you're in maximum, you can lean back like Jarina. Lean back. Open up the bottom of the feet. This is going to help with warrior lunge. Right at the beginning where you got to play with the heel, push the heel in front of the toes. It'll help with balance and coordination. If your toes are crunched and tight, it's going to be harder to balance in the warrior lunge. If your toes are open and flexible, it'll be easier to balance in warrior lunge. And we're down to the last 5. And change. Bring your body weight back forward. To get some blood back in the toes, you can take a few seconds, just tap them out. Then let's sit down into hero. Separate your feet. Sit down in between your heels. Eventually, you want the fabric of your shorts to touch the skin of the heels, so no space between the knees or between the hips and the heels. As a beginner, you can open up the knees. If the knees hurt, knees are tight, open up the knees nice and wide. Position number 1 is spine straight and just relax. Let gravity take over. Position number 2, hands on the feet. Like Jarina, go elbows to the floor, head to the floor, whole body relaxed on the floor. In style, so relax, relax. We're trying to create some flexibility, range of motion in the hips, the knees, the ankles. It's also good for the top of the feet. Creating some space between the bones of the feet. And stretching the large quadricep muscles. Big muscles here on the front of the legs. Opening up, stretching. And down to the last 10. All right, bring your hands back onto your feet. Use your elbows to push yourself back up. Finish with your spine straight at the top. And then gently bring the body weight forward into the hands. And then step your left leg back and bring your right leg forward into pigeon pose. All right, if the front knee hurts, you could increase the angle between the thigh and the shin bone by bringing the shin bone a little bit more forward to create more of an angle between the knee. And flex your toes in from the ankle toward your shin bone. Or you could go nice and deep and point the toes behind you. Keep the arms straight as a beginner. Eventually you could come down onto the elbows and eventually lie your whole body weight forward on top of your right leg. And relax, relax, relax. So we're trying to target the right side hip, large joint. Bring the breath in on the inhale. Every time you exhale, try to relax a little bit more and release the tension in your glute in the right hip. Now this is a yin style pose. We've been holding the yin style posture 60 seconds for today's class. Traditionally, a yin posture is held much longer. Yin posture normally held from 3, 4, 5, 6 minute range or longer. All right, today we're holding 60-second holds to stay with the muscles, primarily with the muscles, the soft tissues. You could always start to hold these yin postures longer into that 3, 4, 5, 6 minute range. And then you'll shift away from the soft muscle tissues more into the connective tissues, the ligaments, the joints, and the fascia of the body. So freedom to choose your intention, freedom to choose your target. Are you trying to target the muscles or are you trying to target the connective tissue? All right, last 10. And change. Slowly make your way up. Hands on the floor. Now push down through your hands. Step your right leg back. You could take a second downward dog or walk it out. Lift one leg into the air. And when you're ready, right leg stays back. The left leg comes forward into pigeon. And relax. Keep your mind in the hip. Keep your mind in the left glute. Look around the glute. Explore. Feel around the glute. And try to relax a few more tiny little fibers of the glute muscle. There's mind-body connection. Mind-body communication. Keeping the mind in the muscle. Mind in the body. And change. Slowly make your way up. Hands onto the floor. Push down through the hands. Step your left leg back. Again, downward dog. Or you could walk the feet out a little bit. Or lift the left leg up into the air. And then when you're ready, let's meet on your belly. And we're going to get out of the legs, hips and butt, and into the back and spine. All right, so we spent more than half the class from the hips down. Now we want to transition, continue our journey around the body, and we're going to go into the back and spine. So we're going to do some back postures. So these are 60-second holds. So please pace yourself. The most important part of the back exercises is that you breathe. So normal breathing, again, in through the nose, out through the nose. You don't have to think too much about it. Just let the breath flow as long as the breath doesn't stop. Let's start with full locust pose. Bring your feet together, toes and heels touching each other. Bring your arms out to the side like airplane wings. Chin forward on the floor. All right, stretch your hands towards the side. Take a deep breath. Lift your arms, body, head, legs, everything off the floor. And hold the posture still. If you want a deep back bend, look up to the ceiling. If your neck gets stiff, you can bring the chin down a little bit towards your chest, get the back of your neck long and straight, and then bring your mind back into the back. Remember, the purpose of the shape of the posture is to bring the mind into the back muscles and hold the mind in the back muscles. Stretch your hands away from each other. Same time, lift the back of your hands towards the ceiling. Feet together. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your butt. Point your toes back. And we're down to the last 10 seconds. Stretch your hands away from each other. Lift the back of your hands towards the ceiling. 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly come down. Chin over the right shoulder. Arms down side. Palms face up. And relax. Just a quick little Savasana here to rest. So we're going to change the shape. We're going to change the posture. We're going to try to isolate the spine and the back in just a little unique way. So we did full locust first. Now let's do superhero pose. Separate your feet about mat width distance apart and bring your arms forward in front of you on the floor. Chin forward. All right, take a deep breath. Lift your right arm off the floor. Lift your left leg off the floor. Push your bottom left palm into the floor and lift the back of your right hand up to the ceiling. Point your left toes behind you. Lock your left knee. Lift your left leg up. If you want the deep back bend, look up to the ceiling. If your neck is getting stiff, chin down a little bit, back of your neck long and straight. And we're trying to target the back. Feel your back. Feel your spine. Stretch your right hand forward. Same time, back of the right hand up to the ceiling. Lock your right elbow. And we're coming down towards the last few seconds. Shaking is good. Keep sending the message from the brain to the body. All right, last few. Point your left toes back. Lift your right arm up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly come down. Have Savasana. Chin over your left shoulder. Arms down side. Palms face up. Relax. All right, different shape, different configuration of the body. You can feel how it isolated the back muscles in a different way. Targeting the deltoid muscle on the front arm, the latissimus dorsi muscle on the bottom arm, the erectors along the spine. All right, let's do it again. We got the other side. Separate your feet about mat width distance apart, arms forward, parallel, palms facing down, chin forward. Take a deep breath. Lift your left arm off the floor. Same time, right arm off the floor, or right leg off the floor. And hold the posture still, breathing normal. Push your bottom right palm into the floor, contract your right side latissimus dorsi muscle. Squeeze the right side latissimus dorsi. Same time, stretch your left arm forward, lift the back of your left hand up to the ceiling. Point your right toes back. Lock your right knee. Squeeze your right glute. If you want the deep back bend, look up to the ceiling. If your neck gets stiff, chin down a little bit, back of your neck long and straight. Now make up your mind at the end not to give up, using the body, using the tool, using the posture as a tool to develop the mind. Point your right toes back, lock your right knee, lift the back of the left hand up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly come down. Chin over your right shoulder, arms down side, palms face up. Savasana. Relax, relax, relax. All right, there's about 12 other back postures we could do, but we're not going to do them all today. So we're going to do one more. All right, we had our arms up to the side first. We had our arms forward in front of us second. Now we're going to do a Cobra pose. Arms down side. We're going to get into the lower back spine to finish it up for today. So we'll be in the back, mind in back, for 4 minutes in total today. So bring your chin forward on the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders, very close to your chest. Fingertips in line with the top of the shoulders. Now bring your feet together, touching each other, hip and leg muscles nice and tight. This is the last back exercise for today. Take a deep breath. Lift your upper body off the floor. Keep your navel on the floor. Same time, create a 90-degree angle with your elbows from the side. Now look up to the ceiling to begin. Chin up, chest up. Deep back bend. Bring your mind into the back, lower back muscles. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your butt. Shoulders down, trapezius muscles visible. Don't let the elbows flare out. Keep the elbows in close to the body. If your neck gets tired or stiff, chin down a little bit, back of the neck long and straight. Now we're less than halfway. Push your navel toward the floor. Lift your chest up, lift your chin up. Squeeze your lower back. The shape of the Cobra pose isolates lower back. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Slowly come down. Chin over left shoulder, arms down side, palms face up. Relax. And there we go. So mind into muscles, mind into back, mind into spine. 4 minutes today. Again, come back in the future. We'll get another class. We'll do different postures. Many more to choose from. We'll have some more fun. Get into the back and the spine. Now we need to get into the front side. So we did leg sips, butt first. We went into the back second. Now let's get into the front side, abs and core. Hands underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up. And then bring your legs forward in front of you and sit down on your bum. All right, we're going to do rectus abdominis crunch. All right, lie down on your back. All right, this one is called eagle legs, forehead to knee crunch. Bend both knees up towards your chest. Cross your right leg over top of your left leg. Tuck your right foot behind your left leg calf muscle. No gap between ankle calf. Now this is called eagle legs position. Rest your bottom left foot on the floor. Arms up over top of your head. Palms facing the ceiling. Now take a deep breath. Curl your upper body off the floor as far as you can. Reach your hands forward. Same time, lift your feet off the floor. Bring your knees towards your forehead. Forehead towards your knees. Chin towards your chest. Look down the center line of your body. And hold the crunch. Flex your toes towards your face. All 10 toes flex towards your face. Think of your spine lifting up from 2 directions. First direction, lift your sacrum off the floor, bring knees toward forehead. Second, chin towards your chest, lift your chest off the floor, forehead towards knees. Your goal in the future is to touch your forehead skin to skin with your knees. And hold your forehead touching with your knees. Look at your navel. We're coming down towards the end. Last 10 seconds. 5. With control, slowly bring the body back down. Arms up over your head. Uncross the legs. Legs straight. Arms down side. Palms face up. Relax. Quick little rest. Little Savasana before we start again. So this is called forehead to knee crunch, but it's an eagle legs version. Now let's do it again. Bend both knees towards your chest. Cross your left leg over top of your right leg, left foot behind your right leg calf muscle, and rest the bottom right foot on the floor. Arms over top of your head, palms facing the ceiling. Take a deep breath. Curl your upper body off the floor as far as you can. Same time, lift your feet off the floor. Reach your knees toward your forehead, forehead toward your knees. Eagle legs crunch. Look down the center line of your body. If you can see your navel, look at your navel. Where attention goes, energy flows. Flex your 10 toes in from your ankle toward your shin bones. Posture holding still. Breathing always normal. 2 directions for the spine. Lift your sacrum off the floor. Think knees toward forehead. Lift your chest off the floor. Forehead to knees. Every time you exhale, lift up a little bit more. Last 10. Knees to forehead. Forehead to knees. Change with control. Bring the body down. Arms over your head, legs down straight. Separate the legs. Let your feet fall open to the side. Arms close, palms face up. Relax, Savasana. Traditional sit-ups have lots of movement, very kinetic exercise. We're taking the movement and we're throwing the movement away today so that we can concentrate our mind on one single task, the task of holding still. This is the warrior training technique. Right, it's an exercise of your attention and an exercise of your intent. Attention on the body and intention to contract and hold. Let's do another version called butterfly. Bring your knees out to the side like butterfly wings, soles of your feet together, called butterfly crunch. Arms over top of your head, palms facing the ceiling. Now take a deep breath. Curl your upper body off the floor as far as you can. Reach your hands forward to the wall in front of you. Chin towards your chest. Look down the center line of your body. Lock your elbows. Reach your hands forward. Try to get your chest up off the floor. Back rib cage up off the floor. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. We're targeting the front side rectus abdominis abs. So keep your mind in the abs. Remember, where attention goes, energy flows. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your abs. Lift up. Come up a little bit higher. Hold it. Don't give up. Last 10. On your next exhale, lift up a little bit higher. 5. Change with control. Bring the upper body back down. Straighten your legs. Let your feet fall open. Arms closed. Palms face up. Back to Savasana. Relax, relax, relax. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Relax the point between your eyebrows. Now we did 4 minutes of the back. We got our mind in the back muscles for 4 minutes. Let's get our mind into the rectus abdominal muscles for 4 minutes. Let's do one more. This is called Goldilocks crunch. So if you know of the nursery rhyme, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, right, where the porridge is not too hot, not too cold, but the porridge is just right. So what we're going for today with this crunch is that you do not lift up too high, but do not stay down too low. You want to find the Goldilocks zone. It's the perfect height where your abdominal muscles have to work their hardest. Goldilocks crunch. So keep your feet together, heels together, flex your 10 toes towards your face, legs stay straight, arms over your head, palms facing up. Take a deep breath. Curl your upper body off the floor about halfway, not too high, but not too low. Find that Goldilocks zone. If you come up too high, it's easy. If you stay down too low, it's easy. Kick your heels away from you. Flex your 10 toes towards your face. Lift your kneecaps up. Hold your kneecaps up. Chin towards your chest. Look down the center line of your body. And hold still. Now we're halfway. 30 seconds left. The real core strengthening coming from the stillness. Settle down just a little bit into it, a little bit more. Come down a couple millimeters. Make the abdominal muscles work hard. Shaking's good. Send the message from the brain to the body, and we're down to the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With control, bring the body back down. And arms down side, palms face up, relax, Savasana. And again, we have several exercises for the abdominals. Maybe 10 or 12 other abdominal exercises. So again, we won't get them all today. So come back again in the future and we will do some more abdominal muscles, different postures. We want to continue the journey around the body. So we did the legs, hips, and butt first. We did the back second. We just finished the front side abs. Let's get a little bit into the obliques. So come onto your left hip and bring your body into a straight position. Left elbow on the floor, left palm on the floor. Get the right shoulder above your left elbow and bring the leg straight. Now, this is not a plank pose. Our intention is not to plank through the bottom arm. Our intention with this posture is to get our mind into this right side obliques. So keep the feet straight, bring the right arm up over your head, and bring the right hand on top of the right leg. Kick your heels away from you. Flex your toes towards your shin bones. Here we go. We're going to hold for 60 seconds. Are you ready? Target the oblique. Take a deep breath and lift your feet up off the floor. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the obliques. We're talking about the right side obliques. The position here between the top of the right hip and the bottom of the right armpit. This muscle here. If you cannot feel what's happening, bring your finger, poke the muscle just to give the brain a target. And squeeze, 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 squeeze. The more you lift the feet, the more you have to squeeze the oblique. Keep your stomach in. Keep the top hip above the bottom hip. Don't let the top hip roll backwards. Don't let the top hip roll forwards. Keep the top hip exactly above the bottom hip. Keep kicking down through your heels. Flex your toes in from the ankles towards your shin bones. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And we're down to the last few seconds. Kick through your heels. Lift your feet up. 3, 2, 1. Change. Relax. Let's switch it up. Let's go right hip on the floor. Right hand on the floor. Right elbow. All right. Legs straight. Kick through the heels. Flex your toes towards your shin bones. All right. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Lift your feet off the floor. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the oblique. If you don't feel anything, Take your left finger, poke the muscle, give the brain a target, and then squeeze. Kick your heels away from you. We're halfway there. Last ab exercise. If you can see your oblique, look at your oblique. Again, where attention goes, energy flows. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're coming down to the last 10 seconds. Kick through your heels. Flex your toes towards your shins. Feet up a little bit higher up off the floor. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Relax. Very good. All right. Have a quick Savasana. Lie down on your back. Legs straight. Arms straight. Feet fall to the side. Arms down side. Palms face up. Relax. All right, we got lots of attention into the legs, hips, and butt. We got our mind attention into the back, 4 minutes. 4 minutes in the front side, 1 minute on the right side, 1 minute on the left side. So let's finish today with a cool down exercise called spine twists. Bend both knees towards your chest. Cross your right leg over top of your left leg. Right foot behind your left leg calf muscle. Back into eagle legs position. Bring your arms out to the side, palms facing the ceiling, arms perpendicular to your body. Gently drop your knees to the left side of your body into spine twist. This is yin style. Relax as much as you can. For a deeper stretch, bring your chin towards your right shoulder. Try to keep both shoulders on the floor. You can use some energy at the beginning to pull down deep. At the end, relax and let go as much as you can. So we're releasing some pressure, releasing some tension from the back and the spine. Stretching, twisting through that oblique. All right, we just squeezed the oblique for 60 seconds. Now we're twisting through the oblique. Releasing some tension through the right side hip and glute. Good for the sacrum. And change. Bring your both legs back to center. Listen very carefully. Keep the right leg on top. Don't change the legs yet. The right leg should stay on top. We're going to do 4 spine twists in total. The first two, right leg stays top. Gently drop your knees to the right side of your body. Spine twist. Number 2. Relax. This side feels a little bit more awkward. It's the shape of your hips, the shape of your pelvis. It's just supposed to feel a little bit more awkward this side with the right leg on top. But it allows us to get into the hips and pelvis in a unique way. Relax, relax, relax. So we warm the body up in this style of training with Salute to the Sun, which is movement-based and kinetic, right? It flows. No real stillness in the Salute to the Sun. It's the only movement-based exercise that we do just to get the body warmed up. Just the warming up exercise. The rest of the warrior technique is stillness. These spine twists are considered the cool down. We finish every class with these spine twists. And change. Both legs back to center. Now here we go. Switch up the legs. Uncross the legs. Take your left leg on top of the right leg. Tuck your left foot behind your right leg calf muscle. Listen carefully. Go back to the right. Knees drop back to the right side of your body first. Spine twist. Bring your chin over your left shoulder. 2 shoulders stay on the floor, and relax. And these spine twists are great to hold into that longer range, the 3, 4, 5, 6 minute range. All right, we're doing 60-second holds for today's class. If you're practicing at home, practicing by yourself, you could hold these for 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. Relax your pelvic floor. Relax your stomach. Relax your sacrum. Relax your face. And relax your jaw. And change. Both legs back to center. Again, keep this left leg on top. Gently drop your knees to the left side of your body. Spine twist. Try to keep the right shoulder on the floor. 2 shoulders relax on the floor. For a deeper stretch, chin towards your right shoulder. And change. Knees back to center. Release the legs. All right, final Savasana. Legs straight. Arms straight. Let your feet fall open to the side. Palms face up to the ceiling. Keep your head on straight. And then relax. Final Savasana. You can continue to keep your eyes open, or you could close your eyes. And you can stay here as long as you want. We'll do 1 minute here together. If class was simple or average, maybe 1-2 minutes in Savasana is good. If you found today's class very challenging, very difficult, then stay a little bit longer. Stay final Savasana, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then again, come back again in the future. We'll do it again. There's a lot of postures we did not do. But today you got a good taste of the warrior training. And again, it's more a style of training the body. It's an alternative to the gym. Instead of going to the gym and selecting machines and apparatuses and different weights and different ropes and pulleys, we are using yoga asana, the shapes and configurations that the body can create. And then the play between the mind and the body. All right, I'm going to be quiet now. Enjoy the stillness, enjoy the silence. We'll see you next time. Namaste.
Thank you, Scott.
Have a nice day.